Students on the BYU campus have probably seen mule deer lounging on the grass or browsing plants. With how many students spend their time on campus, why do the deer stay? Universe Live's Ethan Pack looks into what makes campus so appealing to wildlife.
The BYU campus is host to a small number of mule deer. Wooded, secluded areas like this trail are among their favorite places to spend time.
Mule deer on the BYU campus face some unique advantages and challenges that wild deer do not. BYU plant and wildlife professor Steve Peterson studies their habitat. He says the deer really like the wooded area off of Temple Hill by the Mazer building, by the Stephen L. Richards building, and the Botany Pond.
They're natural predators, which would be mountain lions. They're not hanging out in that area. There's a decent food source, and there's not a lot of traffic.
Peterson says the land where BYU sits is the deer's winter range. The campus is an ideal spot for them to spend the winter months.
It's not like we attracted them into this region. They were already here, and they've already been utilizing this area for a long time.
People can see signs the mule deer are around in half-eaten plants and deer droppings. Mule deer don't eat grass like elk, but go after leaves, flowers, and berries. Aaron Sisson is a big game biologist with Utah Division of Wildlife Resources. He says it's not uncommon to have populations of deer in urban situations.
And mule deer and whitetail in particular are really adaptable. If they can find their three basic life requirements, which is food, water, and shelter, they can survive most places.
The Department of Wildlife Resources offers programs for cities if deer populations get too big. High deer populations can cause damage or pose a risk to people.
When deer live around people, they become used to cars, they get used to being around people, they can even become habituated to pets and other disturbances to the point where they don't really show any fear.
Sisson says mule deer are more likely to be aggressive towards people during mating season in the fall or when does have young fawns. He says students who encounter deer can stay safe by giving the animals their space, keeping dogs on leashes, and not feeding the animals.
While the deer are used to people, students should admire them from a distance. Reporting from the BYU campus for Universe Live, I'm Ethan Pack.